Hello everybody, welcome back to another leg day. Today I'm starting off on the Smith machine with a little warm-up, getting some deep squats with a standard stance, toes pointed forward. Just trying to feel a nice range of motion here. Getting the legs nice and warmed up for the punishment that we're going to put them through today. Next stance is a wide sumo stance. Getting 5 reps here. Just getting some blood pumping, feeling the joints. Trying to get a general understanding of what it is that we're about to be working on for the day and making sure that the mind to muscle connection is correct. Now these last sets of squats here, we're going to bring our feet together. We're going to do some sissy squats. The first squats hits the entire leg. The second groups really hits the back of the leg, glutes, hamstrings. And then these sissy squats really attack those calves. I just move my feet back and really press off of my toes here. Now, the warm-up will tell you where your imbalances are, if your range of motion is a little off for the day, and really what you need to be working on. So warm-up's not only for getting the blood pumping, but generally understanding what it is that you need to work on for that day. So warm-ups are huge. I was feeling it a little bit in my right knee, a little bit more than I like to, so with that being said, I decided to jump right over to the machines with some unilateral movement. Now the leg curl was taken, so I had to jump over to this lying leg curl. And again, went lightweight, getting the range of motion and making sure that the correct muscles are firing. I did not want my back doing any of the work here. I wanted all the work done in my glutes and in my hamstrings. Next leg. Bust out an even amount. Really focusing on range of motion here. Nice squeeze up at the top. Easy lower back down. Squeeze up at the top. Easy lower back down. If you guys are joining me in the gym with this, thank you. I hope you enjoy it by the end of it as much as I did. It's going to be pretty brutal towards the end, not going to lie to you, but we don't show up for easy. We show up for worth it. All right, next round, I think doubled the weight and went for 2 legs here. Again, focusing on only firing at the glutes and the hamstrings. Really trying to get a nice solid mind to muscle connection here, since I was feeling it a little bit in my knee on those squats because we're going back to a press later. I wanted to make sure that my joints are nice and warmed up as well. So really putting some tension down into that extension part and then a nice tight squeeze up at the top. For these rep counts, I went 12, 10, and 8. That's our set of 10. Again, adding weight as you go up. The weight should be challenging. If you're counting reps, 12, 10, 8, 6, whatever that might be, you definitely have to know where you stand in the weight class so you know kind of where to start and where you want to finish up at. Change of view here. Again, going up. Buddy Mitchell hopping in there. Never a dull moment at high tone, guys. Energy's always up. Everybody's super friendly. Going back and watching this, I can kind of see where my hips weren't necessarily aligned in a way that maybe was best case scenario, but again, I was really just trying to not activate my back at all and put all the weight in my hamstrings and in my glutes. So I don't know if that maybe tweaked a little bit, But again, seeing those imbalances, finding those imbalances, filling them, and working on them. All right, leg extension opened up, so hopped right on over to that. And again, since I was feeling it in my right knee, I went ahead and started off right knee, lightweight, just getting the muscles firing. You see I added a good bit of weight later in the grouping here, so the warm-up is just getting the joints healthy. These warm-up reps, I'd like to do in between 10 and 15. Lightweight. Again, just trying to pump some blood into the muscles. Nice big squeeze on that last one, slow lower down. All right, first working set. Again, with 12 here. Just like the eccentric and concentric on the lying leg curls, I want a nice slow eccentric coming down, a little faster on the concentric. Nice and slow, slow, slow back down. There we go. All right, guys, next set. Got our set of 10 here. Again, going up in weight if you can. Focusing on the stretch. I do wish there was a setting on this particular machine to drop the seat a little bit in the back. I feel like the seat sits up a little high and puts a weird angle on my legs, but was still feeling it in the quads. Definitely feeling it in the quads on this one. So there's our 10 reps. And then lastly here, our set of 8, pretty heavy. Filling these 7, 8. Oh, crazy. There's 9 and 10. Okay. Really feeling these. Slow lower back down. Nothing wrong with getting a few extra, guys. If you feel like you don't want to leave anything on the table, you got a little bit of extra energy in the tank, pump them out. That's what we show up for. Nice pump in these legs before we move over to a bigger movement. Those Smith machine squats are very good at letting me know where my imbalances and where my weaknesses are before I start any leg day. So whether it's on the Smith machine or just grabbing a regular bar, like, it's a great way to kind of know where you stand on the day. I found, personally. All right, last set here. Again, we're pretty heavy. Quads were feeling good once we got them firing, so decided to go strong. Almost beat this machine here. I think we only have like maybe 4 more plates down there. We'll have to start considering something else here. Maybe just do one leg. All right, guys, on over to the leg press, lying leg press. Again, doing 12, 10, 8 here. Since the legs were already pretty warmed up from the machines, decided to go ahead and throw a couple of plates on it and go straight to some working sets. So if you're doing this at home, frog squats are a great alternative to this. Basically just getting as deep into a squat as you can, and instead of bringing your whole body up, just straighten your legs and let your body fall forward. And that's more or less the same sensation you get on this machine. A couple plates here for our set of 10. Foot position on this is really dependent on what muscle groups you're trying to work for the day. Since I was trying to hit generally my entire leg and a little bit more on the outside of the quads, outside of the legs, so decided to keep my feet about neutral as far as up and down, but move them a little wider to really attack the outsides of the legs. Hopefully felt these last couple reps. Again, adding weight, moving up if you can. Same foot position, trying to go all the way down just before the machine touches the safety to allow the tension to stay on the legs. Don't let it touch the safety. And then strong press back up off of your heels. Big press off the heels. Press more off the toes, it's going to be a little more quad. Press off the heels, it's a little more hamstring. Because of where my feet were placed on the pad, I did decide to really press off of the heels, try and activate those glutes a little harder. It's a little bit of a heavy set, but again, decided to do something crazy here towards the end and add another plate to each side. This was a PR for me, so again, pushing it every single day. I've never tried 6 plates before on the leg press. And keeping my feet stable and centered and not allowing my heels to move or my toes to move. Really focusing on the quality of the movement, loading up my glutes and hamstrings, and pressing as hard as I can. Nothing like hitting a PR on leg day. A few more here. Really felt that last one. So my neck's working hard. That's good. All right, moving right along. Now guys, this is my favorite leg exercise. We have the Bulgarian split squat. I set the camera up because I wanted to show you guys how I get into this movement. As you saw, I was sitting on the bench, weight in my lap first, then I extend whichever leg I'm going to start with straight out onto my heel. Lean forward until the weight is planted on that foot, and then from there you bring your back foot up onto the bench and begin your reps. This little trick has saved my knees so many times on this exercise. It really just allows for the perfect stretch. Again, once you set up that first foot, the second foot, you just align your toes and then you can take right off. But I think the range of motion is just about perfect. Or at least as proficient as it's going to be, considering the amount of weight. Did go heavy on these. Don't be afraid to go heavy. You want to see some real change? You got to pick up some real weight. Next round of these. Again, sitting down, weight in your lap. Extend whichever leg you're going to start with. Plant the heel, lean forward, put the weight on the foot. Find your balance. It's okay. We're all human here. Find your balance. Put that back foot up. Get your foundation right, and then begin. If you guys are enjoying these workouts, I really appreciate you watching. Feel free to drop a comment. I love discussing some of these different movements and exercises. If you notice anything that maybe helped me in any sort of way, or if anything that I've done has helped you in any sort of way, drop a comment. Let's talk about it. This other side. Love the Bulgarian split squats. I think I love them so much because I know how hard it takes to do this movement, like the amount of work and effort it goes, and really like you're just getting so much out of this movement, from your glutes to your hamstrings to your quads. Last round here went heavy. 3 rounds, again 12, 10, 8, 12 each leg, 10 each leg, 8 each leg. And the last round of 8. You'll notice I alternated legs, whichever one I started with. Anytime I'm doing unilateral movements, I try to alternate which leg I start with, unless there's like a major imbalance and I feel that one side is weaker than the other side, then I will purposely start with that side, do as many reps as I feel like I can on that side, and then just match it on the opposite side so that I'm not getting any extra gain than I should be. This was pretty heavy. If you're still with me, guys, you're feeling it on this last set of Bulgarian split squats. My legs were burning. We were on fire right here. It's good. That's how we know it's working. Get that lactic acid moving throughout the blood vessels and into your muscle fibers. No pain, no gain, guys. All right, little burnout here towards the end. Love a good burnout. Really finish the quads off. Grab some heavy weight. Picked it up. Use my legs. I got these little wedges to raise my heels. And sissy squat. Really finish the legs off. Now at this point in the workout, guys, my knee was feeling just fine. Knee was feeling just fine. It takes a little bit of rehab work right there in the beginning to get the muscles firing around it and get the joint feeling healthy. But honestly, guys, at this point in the workout, it's like it was just like the other side. Didn't feel it at all. Well, I'm not going to say I wasn't feeling it at all. I was definitely feeling it, but not in my knee. I was feeling it in my quads, my hamstrings, and my glutes. Just 2 rounds of this, guys. Just 2 rounds, 2 sets of 12 each to just polish off the quads. This was more of a quad side leg dominant sort of day. And then later in the week, whenever we hit legs again, we'll do some hamstrings and some quads. I'm sorry, some hamstrings and some glutes. So front sides of the legs and some calves today, and glutes and hammies on Friday. Not gonna lie, guys, this was pretty brutal right here towards the end, but again, trying to focus on some hypertrophy, focus on some muscle growth, and also getting stronger at the same time. I like getting stronger while I'm building muscle. There's a little bit of debate back and forth that if you're either building muscle and or getting stronger, and the exercises that you can throw in your routine can help get you a healthy blend of both. Like, why not get a healthy blend of both? That's what we're doing here. That's what I try to promote. A nice healthy movement to get you set up for the rest of your life. All right, guys. Last few rounds here. Just wanted to finish off some quads. Jumped over to a leg press machine just to try something a little different here for my calves. So moved my feet way down towards the bottom to where my heels, I could actually get a plantar flexion from my heel, and then extension in the ankle really helps attack those calves. You can go heavy on your calves. Don't be afraid to go heavy on your calves. They carry your weight around all day. So let's push it here. Half stacking the calves, half stacking the calves. Nice and slow back down. Since it was a quad day, why not get a little eccentric work right there towards the end? Everything's extra credit, guys. At the end of a leg day, any pressing is extra credit. no matter what you're doing. So good job. I'm proud of you for making it this far. Thanks again for hanging out with me today. More reps here. Again, go up in weight if you can. I believe we did 3 sets of 12. So again, high rep count, high weight. Calves can take it, guys. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Another angle so you can kind of see what I was doing with my feet. So press forward and then move the feet down. Hang the ankles off the bottom. Let them stretch. And press. Deep stretch. And press. Not a huge range of motion here. But boy, were we feeling it. If you guys ever want to get a leg workout in with me, I am a trainer at High Tone Fitness in Gastonia. I love exercise, I love moving the body, and I love watching people grow. So if you're ever interested, holla at me. We'll see you next time.